Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I am going to be showing you how I made this delicious mimosa bundt cake. And when I say it's good, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, eat it any time of day. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start off with our ingredients. We have some sugar, some measuring spoons, we have a grater, and also a measuring cup. Alright, of course we have our bowl and strainer, some flour, some Baker's Joy of course, some pink Moscato. You can also use any type of champagne that you want. Some orange juice. We have 3 sticks of not of unsalted butter and 5 eggs. Alright, so we're going to start off by stiffing the flour. I really love this measuring cup because it comes with the little scoop just to make sure that you have the correct amount of flour. Okay, so adding my flour into my stifter. I call this a stifter. Whatever, that's sitting over my bowl is a strainer. But adding it over, and then I'm just going to go ahead and sift the flour, and I'm going to do 1 cup at a time. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for each cup. I use the little swoop, or yeah, that's what we're going to call it, the leveler. It's a leveler. The leveler on this, and just to make sure that we have the even amount of flour. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove 1 tablespoon of flour per cup. So I'm removing 3 tablespoons, and I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. That is how we're going to make this cake flour, because I was not about to go to buy no cake flour today, but we know that cake flour makes the pound cake so much lighter. So I really love to use cake flour. So when I don't have none, I make my own, and then I just dipped it up 1 teaspoon of baking powder as well. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my little spatula here and just mix it all together. I would normally use my whisk, but I have no idea what that's at, and that's okay because we can work with what we got. Alright, so using my grater, I do have orange here. I have already cleaned this orange. I cleaned it with baking soda and vinegar and then rinsed it with water. And so I'm just going to go ahead and grate all the peeling off of this orange, and then I'll use it later. Don't worry, we don't let anything go to waste in this house. Okay, so now that is complete, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to first add the butter in. So I'm going to add in all 3 sticks of butter here into my stand mixer. And I am also going to add in that grated oranges that we just grated up. We're going to add in all of that peeling up in here, the whole bowl. And then I'll add in 2 teaspoons of cookie nib flavoring. You can use any flavoring that you want. I would actually use some orange flavoring, but of course I ain't got none. But so I'm going to use some cookie nib flavoring here. And again, that was 2 teaspoons. And I'm just going to go ahead and cream my butter. Okay, so while the butter is creaming, I'm just going to go ahead and add in my sugar. You can see I just dumped it in there. I dumped in the whole bowl, y'all. Just dump in the whole bowl. It works. Okay, so now that the butter and sugar is creamed together, I am just going to go ahead and scrape everything. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape the sides, scrape the bottom, and I am also going to scrape my paddle as well. And then we'll go ahead and add the eggs in one at a time. So we're going to add a total of 5 eggs to this cake. Okay, so now that we got all the eggs up in here, we're going to go ahead and give it another scrape. And then we'll go ahead and add the flour in 1 cup at a time. And as we're adding the flour in 1 cup at a time, we're also going to be adding in a cup of our pink Moscato. And again, you can use champagne. And I'll just be adding a little bit of that cup at a time as I'm adding in the flour. Okay, so you'll see me stopping throughout the video, stopping my mixture from mixing to scrape the sides and the bottom and also the paddle, just to make sure that everything is incorporated together. I definitely had to upgrade my stand mixer, and of course on the way to Black Friday, but I definitely have to get one that makes sure that it goes all around. I think it's the KitchenAid, and just scrapes everything, the sides and the bottom. Just less work, right? That's what we always looking for, to do less. So let me go ahead and add the rest of this flour and the rest of this Moscato to my cake mix and get it popping. Okay, so I'm just going to add in a tablespoon of orange juice. And again, you can just use orange juice. You can use fresh oranges, like you can make your own orange juice, or you can use what I'm using. I am just using some pulp-free orange juice, or you can use some orange extract or flavoring as well. So this is my last scrape, y'all. My last scrape of scraping is the sides and the bottom, because we are done mixing this up. Remember to never over mix your pound cakes. Alright, so I am just going to go ahead and spray my pan with this Baker's Joy. And yep, I make sure that nothing is going to be left behind in my pan. I want my cake to come out looking pretty. Alright, so I make sure I cover it in full. So then I'm just going to go ahead and add the cake batter to the pan. And then I'll smooth it around. We're going to pop this baby in the oven at 325 degrees. My oven does take about an hour and 10 minutes for it to cook. And that's what I'm going to cook it as. Cook based on your oven. Okay, so while that's in the oven, we're going to make the simple syrup. I'm using a half a cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of the pink Moscato, and also a 1/4 cup of orange juice. And I am just going to go ahead and mix this up on medium heat until the sugar dissolves and it comes to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, we let it boil for 5 minutes. And then we are done with that portion, because there's another step. Alright, so step 3, we're going to make the icing to go on top of the cake. I have 1 cup of powdered sugar here. I did end up adding like 2 tablespoons more. And I am going to use 3 tablespoons of orange juice. And again, you can use fresh oranges, but I am using orange juice, okay? And you're just going to mix that up until it all is blended well together for your icing. And then just sit it to the side until our cake is done cooling. Okay, y'all, here is the fun part. My cake is out the oven. I did let it sit for about 6 minutes. All right, and it looks so pretty already. We're about to go ahead and do the flip. No cake left behind. That's why I use Baker's Joy. But you can make your own non-stick spray as well, but that's a whole nother video. All right, so let's go ahead and lift this baby off to the moon. Ooh, it is so pretty, so pretty. Look at it. It's so beautiful, beautiful. It's so pretty. All right, this is the simple syrup that we made. I did pour it into a mason jar to let it cool off, and I am just going to add it to the cake, and I'm going to spread it all around the sides and the top as well, and definitely let it drip down the middle. I should be using my brush. I don't know what was going on when I was making this cake today, because I have no idea where my brush is at. But this butter knife is about to work like a brush. I just have to be super, super duper duper careful, okay? Okay, so now for the icing, I did let the cake sit for like another 5 minutes, right? And I'm just making sure that it is cool to touch. And I am going to go ahead and add the icing on, y'all. This smells so good, okay? So good. when you try this, you better try it. You're going to try it. But when you make this cake, watch how good it smells. You'll be like, whoa, Jazz was right. This smells so good. Okay, so I have another orange that I cleaned, that I super cleaned with vinegar, baking soda, and water. And I was just using my grater to just grate some on top of my cake. I did stop midway, and my daughter is sitting over here like, no, mama, add more, add more. So we just go all out and just use all the peel that's all around the oranges. And then I'm gonna add some more icing on top, just to make sure that those babies stay down, that they don't come off. They gonna stay down. Plus it looks prettier, right? It looks so cute. Okay, y'all, this baby is done and ready to cut. Laura, y'all, one of my kids just came in here and said that it smelled like chicken. They better go somewhere, because I know this cake does not smell like chicken. It smells like something refreshing, like sweet oranges is what I smell. Okay, so we definitely paired these slices of the pound cake with some oranges and just added some of the leftover icing onto the top. And when I tell you that this smells so amazing, it tastes amazing too, because we tried another piece before we got a chance to record and take pictures. But definitely, you guys give it a try. It is very moist. It is so good. Has a lot of flavor popping out. It would definitely pair well with a glass of wine, a glass of orange juice, or hey, just make you a mimosa, throw you some champagne and some orange juice together with some pink Moscato and orange juice, and boom, you all in. Alright, you guys, that's the end of my video. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Share with a friend. Leave me a comment below. And make sure to hit the like button. See you next time.